Well, hello there, folks. I do hope you're well. I really do. Right. This is going to be my second of the day, but I would suggest it's probably going to be my second and last of the day. I'm going to do something that I've only done, I think, once, maybe twice before, and that is basically just to have a general chat with you, folks. And the reason for that is I've just scoured everything and anything, and again, I can't find anything to talk about. And when I say I can't find anything to talk about, and I can talk me, don't worry about that, I just can't find anything out there. I've just recorded something about Everton. I believe they've been docked 2 more points. I have a regular thing I do on a daily basis. Sometimes it's 2 things to do with horse racing. I've got nothing to report there today. I'll explain more in a moment. And I have my daily things to do with sport, with media, with politics, with anything and everything. But as I say, I can't find anything to talk about out there. And I mean that, I can't find anything at all. So I thought I'd just have a chat with you, just touch base, see what you've been doing this weekend, if you've been doing anything. I'll tell you what I've been doing. At the end, I've got a little announcement, so stay till the end. It's only going to be 5 minutes, this. I'm not trying to keep you on for more views or more subscribers, but I have got something of announcements at the end. When I say something of one, it's half an announcement. Something exciting that I'm looking to do it pretty shortly, but more about it in about 2 or 3 weeks when it comes to full fruition. But yeah, we'll go with the horse racing bit first. I normally do something called Scores on the Doors. It's a daily thing. I can't report anything today because by the time we get the last results in, I'll be out. I'm out later today. I'm out this evening and I can't do it. We normally do something as well called The Scum That Are the Bookies versus Us the Punters. Can't do anything there, folks. Got no stories in. If anybody's got any stories in, just put them in the comment section. Anything you'd like to air, I'll bring it on here tomorrow. No problem at all. Or if you've got a long story or a story you want to share but you don't want your details out there, send it to me email on the channel. I'll have a look at it and if I think it's worthy, we'll cover it tomorrow, no problem. I've had a gent on earlier today saying he's had 5 of his accounts closed in the past week. 5. And I said, that sounds to me like they really are sharing information, which they shouldn't do, but we've heard they do. He said, no, he said, all the companies were linked and they've all asked for info off me. He said, and I've just told them to close everything down. Crazy really, folks, but what can you do? Anyway, that's it for the horse racing. That's done and dusted. We've just done Everton too with football. That's done and dusted. Media today, nothing happening. I've got no news out there, folks. Nothing, honestly, nothing to discuss with you at all. So I thought what I'd do, I'd ask yourselves what have you got up to this weekend. You can let me know. It'd be nice to know what you're all doing out there, and I'll let you know what I've done. Then I've got an idea I'll run past you, and then that announcement. The idea you might laugh at, but have a think about it first before you laugh. Yeah, so weekend, what did I get up to? Well, Friday was a quietish night. Her indoors, went to visit a mate. She does many Fridays, not every Friday, but she went to visit her on Friday, so it was a quiet night. I was recording it till 8 o'clock. I wanted to finish at 8 o'clock because my rugby team was on, and I managed to do my last recording about 3 minutes to 8 just before the game started. So that was my Friday night done. I was up pretty late on Friday night. I normally have a dabble on the horses at the weekend on the Saturday, but I didn't bother. I haven't for 2 weeks, which is very unlike me, but I thought the racing was crap. I was looking forward to the game on Sunday, the United-Liverpool game. We covered that last night. Point for United, can't complain. Maybe deserved it for effort and for sticking in there, but the better team ultimately was the away team. But we might have put a spanner in the works, and I'm not unhappy about that. They wouldn't be if they stopped us winning the league, so I'm not unhappy about that. Saturday night, that's the only real high spot of the weekend, really, for me. I had nothing planned, really. Well, we were half-term. We went up to that there Liverpool on Saturday for a night out, because I like it, Liverpool. I've said it before. But the trains were messing about. They were on strike, then they weren't, then they were, and then the weather was horrendous. We thought, let's knock it on the head. Anyway, at about 4:30, we get a message through off leader. They were looking at going somewhere local in that there Warrington, which is only a couple of miles away. Did we fancy it? Well, never once to turn down an invite, especially when it was off someone in an exalted position like Leader is. So we said, we'll go with that. And we went out, Leader and her partner and me and her indoors, and we had a good night. We ended up in a pub doing the old karaoke, didn't we? And I enjoyed it. It was a good night. A couple of good singers in there. And a guy got up and did, don't know if you know it, folks, Just a Gigolo. Well, I don't mind that song anyway. But he did the Dave Lee Roth version. If you've never seen it, give it a watch on that there YouTube. It's a cracking video, because he's an absolute balloon, really, is Dave Lee. A Bobby Dazzler, but a balloon at the same time. Mad as a box of frogs. It's really entertaining to watch. He did the old California Girls one, I think it's called, the old Beach Boys song. That's one of the best videos I've ever seen, but again, mad as a box of frogs. Anyway, this guy did Just a Gigolo, and I thought, I never believed I'd come in here tonight and hear a Dave Lee Roth song. So he sits down, I said, oh, belter that, mate, I like that. I said, never thought I'd ever hear Diamond Dave in here. Who's Diamond? I thought, oh, he doesn't know who Dave Lee Roth is. He thinks he sung the original. Went way over his head, so I left it at that. Anyway, there was a young lad there, so what did he sing? Somebody said to me it was off. It was a song that's played on one of the old Fools and Horses episodes. And I said, I probably won't remember what the song is anyway. And they said, no, I'll tell you which one. It's off the episode where Rodders married Cassandra. And I said, no, I won't remember it. I can't remember the songs that. I said, when it comes on, I'll remember it. Anyway, he started singing. I remembered it straight away. I remember when I first seen it, it put him with the old lump in the throat. Because they could do that, Fools and Horses. They could make you laugh. But they could also make you, sad, upset, in a good way, in a nice way. It was proper acting, proper scripts. And it was the old in back the years by Simply Red. Now, I've heard this lad sing before, and I thought, he's got a good voice, this lad. Good voice, good singer. But I thought, this one's going to be too big for him. He's not going to be able to sing this. Anyway, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to say brilliant. He'll never sing one as good. Absolutely fantastic. He'd never done it before, he said. Never done it before. Was a bit concerned, didn't know if he could do it. And I thought, no, as I say, he won't be it, but brilliant. So, yeah. So that was that, and then we did some recording yesterday. Not many messages out yesterday, 5 or 6. I trolled all the places I trolled for info. No doing, as a mate of mine used to say, no doing at all. So I only gave you what I had, and today I've got nothing. It's just really weird. I've looked through everything I looked through, and I can't even make up a story. That's how bad it is. I think on Saturday I had one of my regular Saturday jokes on there about being married and things. I found that to cover just to put another message out there, but not even got any jokes. Got nothing for you folks. Nothing at all. Nothing. Right. Couple of things right before the announcement. I've had an idea. I'll tell you what. We cover a lot of stuff on here. We do lots of things. Loads and loads and loads of subjects. And I'm mindful that we've got a lot of people on the channel of my age group and even older than me. There'll be some as well probably living on their own. Some without a partner or whose partner's died or whatever else it may be. There might be some that are a little bit lonely. There might be some that have got financial issues, maybe because a partner's died, or, there could be anything. There could be anything out there. There might be some that, I don't know, I have issues that they'd like some help with and wouldn't know where to go. So I've had this idea, and it's only an idea. I'll run it past you, see what you think. You don't have to do it. You might think, who's that idiot? Like I said, when I say this, you'll probably laugh at me, but I'm going to run it past you all anyway. Not that a lot of you will see this, but if you do, this is the idea. What we could do, I have some folk messaging me on the old the email address on this site, and they message about issues they've got with bookmakers, and we run a piece on a daily basis at 7 o'clock when we've got stuff to discuss called The Bookies, the scum that are the bookies, because they treat people awfully, versus us, the punters. That's the normal folk like myself that like a bet from time to time. They're walking all over us at the moment, and people tell me the stories, and if I think they're good enough to come to air, we air them. So I've had an idea. Let's have a think about the Agony Uncle. I'll be Uncle. Not Man from Uncle. I'm not Robert Varner. I didn't mind him. Was it Kuriakin? I didn't mind him. David McCallum. I didn't mind him at all. But no, I look like none of them. I'm going to be none of them. No, not any of them. But I could take on the mantle of the Agony Uncle. Now, you see, the thing is with me, folks, I've lived a life. A proper life. You're going to hear more about that when I get to 3,000 subscribers. Whether you want it or not, you're going to get it right between the eyes. But I've always been known to give pretty good advice on many subjects. I have many people come to me and say, they don't call me grumpy because they don't know I'm on air, all the people that come to me. As I've said, most everybody I know doesn't know I'm on air. I don't tell anybody. If they find me, they find me, and if they don't, they don't. And most of them haven't found me yet, but when they do, they'll be shocked, but we'll be 3,000 or 4,000 videos in by then. We're on well over 2,000 now. Anyway, that's a different story. Many people that know me will come to me for advice on anything and everything to do with money, to do with relationships, to do with anything, honestly. Why they do it? Well, I'd say I don't know, but I do know it is because I give reasonably good advice. And the thing is as well, I don't judge anybody. And the other thing is, if they come and tell me anything in confidence, it'll go to me grave. And I mean, to me grave. I can be trusted with people's lives. It's the way I'm made up, the way I've been built. But anyway, I've had folks say on many occasions, your advice is spot on, you know, you're a good listener. You talk too much. Well, I do talk too much. But normally what you say is spot on. Now, some people, as I say, from time to time, have difficulties for one reason or another, and they've got nobody to turn to. Well, I'll tell you what, if you've got any problems, folks, that's for you, ladies or gents, and you'd like to share it with the whole community, but initially with myself, put it in an email, whatever it might be. I won't judge you, don't worry. Most of you are pseudonyms, so I don't know who you are, which is fine. If I think there's any that are complete and utter wind-ups or taking the mick, I won't cover them. But if I think there's anything genuine, if you'd like an opinion from somebody that's, what can you say, impartial, because I'd be impartial, I wouldn't be on your side or anybody else's side. You know, say you've got a problem with the bank, I won't be on your side of the bank, I'm in the middle. If you've got a falling out with you and your husband or you and your wife, I'm only in the middle. If you're having an affair behind your husband's back or behind your wife's back, I'm only in the middle. Lots and lots of things. I mean, there's loads of things. It could be anything, it could be everything. It could be anything to do with building and boundary lines and so on and so forth. I know a fair bit about stuff like that because I've done a bit of that in my time. It could be absolutely anything. If you've got a problem or if you just like to air an issue, drop me a line in the email and if I think it's right enough, we'll get back to you. We won't put your name on it, no one will know your name, but we'll air your problem and I'll tell people what you've said and I'll tell people what my answer was and then we'll let others give you what they would do and you'll see things in the comment sections and from what various folks say, if people want to play along with it, it might give you a clearer picture, an idea of what to do to help ease your problem, ease your burden. Now, people might think, well, why would we do that? But it just gives the channel something else to do. And it's just another string to a different bow. And also probably because no one else is doing it. You know, you've got all these people like your Marge Proops, I think she's gone now, and all Deirdre and all these in the newspapers. I think Colleen Nolan's doing it at the moment. I'd listen to me before I'd listen to her. I promise you, folks. They're all doing it, so we could have a go on here. Nobody's done it here before. The difference is, if you email it, absolutely everything that I get through, as long as I believe it's true and not made up, I'll get aired. So if I get 10 through tomorrow, we'll do all 10. All right, we'll do them all. I'll probably get none, but if I did, we would do all 10. Whereas when you write to a newspaper, they only do 3 a day. They might be 200 a day writing in. They might not pick yours. We will, as long as I don't think it's a lie or a joke. If it is to sort of upset anybody, myself included, well, I'm not going to listen to you. But if it's genuine and legit and we think it's genuine, we'll air it. Anyway, the email address is on the site, but for those that don't know, it's bgog, B-G-O-G, 999 at hotmail.com. bgog 999 at hotmail.com. Right, and then the announcement. I said an announcement at the end. Well, it's something of an announcement. Something's going to change in my life in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Nothing major, but I've got something on the horizon that's going to change my daily life and what I'm doing. Nothing bad. In fact, something probably pretty good, I think. Something that could work well for me, I think. And to that end, I think it could be good for me. It may also be good for 1 or 2 of you, and it might not be, but it may be. So the announcement is I've got something on the horizon. I'm going to let you know what it is in 2 or 3 weeks' time. It might be of interest to some of you, it might not be. And if it's not, no problem. It's along the lines of where I can get something out of you that's watching. But this channel hasn't been set up for that. This is something that's just been happening over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it's something where I can do something for you and get something out of you. But by the way, it's not where I'm asking for your money or pay anything. We're not going down that route. I think one person gave me something about how old's the channel? 11 months old. There's a facility on there. I don't think anybody ever has since because I never mention it, folks. I never do, and I'm not going to. In fact, if anyone's given me any more, I wouldn't even know it's gone to PayPal. And this is how thick I am, folks. I told you this. My daughter set it up. I've never seen her since. I don't know how to get it out. So the person that I know gave it me 9 or 10 months ago, I've not even had it yet because I don't know how to get it out. That's how thick I am. And I am pretty thick. But anyway, that's it from me, folks. I've got nothing else to say. Nothing's happening out there. It's very, very quiet, as I say. I don't know what it is. I'm really sorry. I love to have 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 messages to give you, but I just can't find anything at all. So in a nutshell, nothing to discuss today. I do apologise. that idea I've had for anybody that's got any issues or problems that they'd like to maybe bring to air and get an outside opinion on, that's there for you if you want it. If you don't, no problem at all. If you think I'm a madman even suggesting it, or thinking, who does he think he is to help people with problems? He's only a bloke looking at a laptop in a bedroom, in a studio. I nearly said it myself then, in the studio. Who's he? And you might think that's fine, you can think that's not a problem, but if you do need advice on anything, you'll find I'm not a bad protocol. And as for the old announcement, that's 2 or 3 weeks away. But they don't have to be anything in it for me, because there don't have to be any response from yourselves, folks. But it's something I'll tell you about in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and if anybody's interested, I might, in a roundabout way, be able to help one or two of you. I might not be able to, but I might. But ultimately, it would help me as well, so don't worry about that. I'm not doing it for the good of my heart. Goodness of my heart. From the goodness of my heart. I got that wrong, didn't I? So this has took a while, folks. Hope you stayed till the end. Thanks for listening. And that's basically it, I think. I don't think I've got anything else to say. I don't, honestly. I'm really sorry there's nothing else to report. I really am. I hate it when I've got nothing to talk about. Mind you, I've talked for a while, just so I suppose I've still managed to get something out, haven't I? Anyway, nice to speak to you all. I hope you're all well. Let me know in the comment sections what you got up to this weekend. What have you done? Have any of you done anything you've enjoyed this weekend? Have any of you got anything planned for the upcoming weekend? Me? I'll be watching the Masters Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The wife might not be over happy, but I will be doing that. I'll also watch the trials, the horse racing at the end of the week, because they're at HQ. I like that, I'm pretty sure they are. And then we've got the Challenge Cup quarterfinals of the Rugby League. I'll definitely be watching the Mighty Wire there, although I'll be watching, probably not necessarily expecting to win. We're capable of beating them, no problem at all. I just worry will our defensive frailties materialise. That's what worries me. The high ball and the balls out wide. But if we can cope with them, we've got a good chance of getting through. And that'll be it for the weekend for me. It's all a bit sporting for me this weekend. A bit more so than normal. It's only the 4 majors and the Ryder Cup that I watch from start to finish. I tend to watch them all. And I will be watching the Masters this week. But other than that, folks, I've got nothing happening. All quiet on the Western Front, as they've said in the past, I think. I think I've heard it said somewhere. Hey, I had one for something, didn't I? I wanted to say it's all... What did I want to say? I wanted to say it's all whiz-bang on here at the moment, but it's not whiz-bang at all, because nothing's happening. That one's for you, Keith.